Everybody, fresh off of the win that we had with Azazel last time, let's get some good stuff done. You wanna stay or you wanna go, Tomo? You wanna stay or you wanna go? He's gone. Took off like a cat out of heck. Alright, you know what? We're making good progress. What about a Cain hard mode, negative, Delirium, Mega Satan Hush. We haven't done Hush with Cain yet. ABWH NFX 9. How did we create blood? Did you see that? There was like a blood stain in that room when I shot and paused at the same time. It was very strange. As was that burp that has come out of nowhere. But either way, please give me the virus, boss. I'll tell you what, a pill telepills us to the error room where we get the virus. I was stretching a little bit there. That was probably like a 1 in 10,000 chance. That might only borderline be an exaggeration, but Cain might be the character that I've played least in the new save file. Well, obviously, I mean, you know, you get a half mark if you say the Keeper, because it's not really what I meant. You get a half mark if you say the Lost, because he's not even unlocked. Technically correct is not the best kind of correct. Don't let Homer Simpson teach you that. The answer I was looking for was whichever character I've actually played as the least of the ones that are like default or unlocked quickly, because Cain, you know, he's kind of like, you get killed with kindness. He's really fun and relatively easy to win a run with, so as a result we don't end up doing repeat runs like we do with Lilith or, you know, some other characters that tend to be a little bit on the more difficult side. So he's kind of like, you know, we do one Cain run and then we're set for 2 weeks, which is fine. This time we've got an actual to-do list. We got to get that negative sorted out. If we can do Hush. Oh, Billy. Look at that. Piercing shots right off the bat. I like the Ace of Spades, I think, more than the Master of Unlocking, but it's close. Like, they're both reasonably good. I don't think you can go wrong. If we get, like, Guppy's tail, we might feel a little differently about the situation, but for now, this is fine. It would also, I mean, of course, if we can get, like, Mega Satan set up on this run, that would also be great, but, you know, we gotta play the cards we're dealt. We've been trying to make Mega Satan work, and it's not always coming through in the clutch here. We might be better off not even trying to go for the Angel Room Mega Satan path, but just going for, like, Self-Sacrifice Room path. I think if you go down a floor, it resets your it resets your self-sacrifice room path, so or progress rather. So it can be a little bit of a tricky enabler, but it seems okay so far. The sun is a little better if we actually have a chance to get an arcade on the next floor. Without that chance, we're a little bit bereft of the same kind of value here. But I mean, the sun card's still really good. We don't need to do boss rush, but we would like to do the Hush fight, if possible. Magician. Also not particularly strong. This floor is really, like, it sets the tone and timbre for the rest of the run. If we're able to get to that deal with the devil, I think we have every chance available to win this run in a pretty expedited fashion. Strong. I mean, piercing shots are essentially one of the most, like, underrated damage enablers in the game. I know I keep saying enable a lot here. Too low, thinking we local? Come on, homie, enabled. But, we're actually, like, able to spread our damage around so much more effectively here. Brother Bobby helps out with that 0%. I think we want to do it like this. You know, there is a better way. Or a faster way, but there's no safer way than this. I was hoping maybe we got secret room access. Secret room access gives us nothing of value yet, but there's always a chance. Bombs, please? 2 cents. We get up to 5 cents. We can now probably buy a Spirit Heart from the shop. Or a bomb that could give us more than one Spirit Heart via, like, a multitude of different chances. But, I'd rather not, because I think we don't really need to right now. I don't like to spend money that isn't necessary for our progress in the game. You know, I'm not the kind... I watch Other people play Isaac, and I don't disagree with them, by the way, because a lot of these people are probably better at Isaac than I am. They'll go to the shop and they'll have a spirit heart. They'll buy like 2 spirit hearts out of the shop via the reroll machine. And I'm like, it's not for me. It's just not the way I play the game. 1 spirit heart, valuable enough, but I think I'm more of I'm a feast or famine shopper. And that's true in real life too. You know, I mean, it's not that good, but I'll take it. Necronomicon is also fine, but whatever. I'm content. You know, if I've got, like, any food, I don't need to go to the grocery store. If my wife is like, let's go to the grocery store, I'm like, you know what? Let's go to the grocery store. She's got a good point. But if it's just me, I can wait it out for a while. I don't mind eating, you know, for breakfast and lunch, 2 tablespoons of peanut butter each. Not exactly the picture of a well-balanced macronutrient profile, but pretty low maintenance in that regard. I feel the same way about the shop. I'm like, I don't need to buy spirit hearts when I could just keep 5 cents and not get hit. It's probably a bad habit, but I have a feeling a lot of people out there are like, and that's why, like, you know, although I rail on Rob and Austin for eating off of paper plates, I get it. Especially in my younger days, I used to be in a similar boat. Did I ever use paper plates? No. At least, I mean, I've used paper plates in my life, but did I ever use them as my primary means of consuming food? No. Usually I tried to use energy-rich, calorie, etc. See, you don't eat the plates is the thing, and I just failed linguistically at getting that joke out there. But I get it, because it's about, like, pseudo-optimization. Even if it is absolutely terrible for the planet. People have this, they make like a false equivalency where they're like, well, you use water when you do the dishes. Use water to make paper! You know how much, this is a statistic I'm not making up. It takes 100,000 tons of water to make a single sheet of toilet paper. So just think about that next time you're wiping your butt. That's why I don't wipe, I just get in the shower and I use only 1,000 liters of water to pressure wash the, okay, look. That's not true. Neither is that statistic. I don't want to slander the lumber industry or the paper industry. The pulp industry? I don't know. It's a big part of my province's economy, so I want to, you know, paper's got its place. I'll admit, you know, when I go to the public bathroom, if they've got paper towels and a hand dryer, I use the paper towels. It's just faster. I also think that they have never made a hand dryer that works properly. I don't know why this is still a problem in today's modern era. Like, recently, that Dyson Airblade has been, you know, making its way around the world. You know, by recently, I mean within the last 10 years. That's like the, you know, the cyber hand dryer. You put your hand in and it goes like, vree, and it shoots the water off. That one almost works. I think mankind has almost hit, like, a certain level of proficiency. No, thank you, sir. With making hand dryers there. But apart from that, the ones that have the old, you know, like, spout on the nose and then you put your hands under it, you rub your hands under it as fast as you can. I think sometimes they actually leave wetter than when you just don't use the hand dryer to begin with. Plus, you know, you got a busy public bathroom, they got like 1 or 2 hand dryers. It takes 10-15 seconds to dry your hands at those. It adds a lot of overhead to the whole bathroom game. That's why I'm a paper towel boy through and through. Though I'm loath to admit it. Let's pop strength, because I want to finish this room quickly, and we got other things that we can hold here. Magician's not good. Feels like I'm walking on sunshine is actually not good either. It's like the most we've ever invested into a single room here. Card-wise. We need an orbital to make, feels like I'm walking on sunshine any good. I also, this is definitely something we've touched on the show earlier, but I was leaving an engagement downtown the other day. Was I walking fast? Did stations pass while I was homebound? Yes, to answer your question. Well, no stations passed. I went to one station and then took the SkyTrain back to the station closest to my abode. But anyway, the point is, when I left, a lot of people had to use the bathroom. I am going to go here. So many people were using the bathroom that all the urinals were full. If you're not familiar with what a urinal is, maybe you're of the female persuasion, or you work in a country or live in a country where urinals are not as common. It's basically just like a personal trough that you urinate into as a man. All the urinals were taken. I got no problem using a stall. I like to use a stall to begin with because I'm like a triple Z-list celebrity. So I wouldn't say I worry, but if given the choice, I'm like, I'd rather use a stall just so somebody doesn't, you know, TMZ a picture of my junk, you know? I'm not trying to flatter myself by saying that it's, you know, scandal worthy. I'm just saying, you know, if I can avoid that, why not, right? I like the privacy. All the stalls were taken, but I didn't realize until I got right up almost inside of one, because one dude was in the stall peeing, but with the door open. That actually, I wanted to talk to him, but, you know, it's kind of a, I don't know who he is, and it's kind of a strange question to ask a stranger. But hey, buddy, what went through your head when you went into the private stall but left the door open to pee? Because I got a couple different options here in my noggin. And tell me, I want you to, like, vote with which one you think is correct, okay? One of them would be, why would I waste my time closing the door? I'm just urinating. If I was urinating at a urinal, there'd be no privacy anyway. You think that's I think that's probably number one. Number two is he's embarrassed that he's urinating in a stall because stalls are poop territory. So he doesn't want anybody to think he's pooping, so he leaves the door open. That's number two. Number three is this is gonna be a really impressive pee, so I want people to know that it was me. Tell Cersei I want her to know it was me that did this urination. I just don't understand, because it takes, I understand the time argument, even though it's stupid, and I would tell him that to his face, or at least insinuate it. Because how long does it take to close a stall door? 15 microseconds, you know? But I could use those 15 microseconds to accomplish thinking about a single flap of a hummingbird's wings, right? It's just it's a nonsensical argument. I really think it's like a masculinity thing, that the dude is like, wow, first off, I'm embarrassed, but also I noticed our damage got a little stinky there on that floor. Let's keep it going here. I think it's a masculinity thing. I think the dude is saying, I got punked out into using a stall, but I don't want anybody to think that I need privacy to pee, because that's some beta nonsense. So instead, he's like, I'm gonna pee with the door open like a real man. Which, caring about whether or not people think you're a real man is an extremely alpha thing. To be, like, fully concerned with whether or not other people think you're a good dude. That's the most alpha thing ever. Being alpha is not caring about what everybody else thinks. That's why I structure every action in my life to give the appearance of me not caring what everybody else thinks. What is this eye patch placement, Cain? I gotta know. By the way, this run is also great. I don't deserve a run this great after throwing the last one, but I'll take it either way. But yeah, I was struck. It's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment, but I lack the, you know, the humor chops and the tact, or maybe perhaps I have too much tact to really fully Larry David it out there, I think. There was another tinted rock back here, I think. It just strikes me as weird. Like, when I go into the stall, if I go into there was no other tinted rock. If I go into a public bathroom and there's nobody anywhere, I take a stall. I like the privacy. And I'm like 0% actually ashamed of it. I'm not going to argue that it's like the best way. I think they're both perfectly fine ways, you know, to urinate at a urinal or to urinate in a stall. As long as you're not pooping at the urinal, that's the only thing that, you know, would really be cause for alarm, I would say. Dude, this is also a pretty good early spacebar get. It worked. But I wanted to know. Because essentially, you're just making me hear a little bit more urine than I otherwise would, or see a little bit more urine than I otherwise would. So I think I have the right to at least ask you to back it up. I'm not gonna say you can't do that, but I'd like to ask him the question and just be like, what went through your head? Explain to me, because I think you know you're a smart guy, probably. What's your reasoning for this specific thing right here? I'd like to know. Maybe you guys in chat have something. Everyone thinks I'm being judgmental when I say things like this, and I am. 100%. However, I'm not saying this guy's a moron. I'm just saying I can't understand the psychology without asking. So this is me asking. This is me trying to learn and do better in the future. Got to exactly 15 cents here. This run is ballin'. So I don't use that word lightly. This is a baller run. There's also a library here, it seems, or at least some kind of special key room it's not a library because it's a double key room. Stop running into enemies, you idiot. It is a dice room. Okay. So it'll reroll all consumables on the ground in this room only. I don't want to reroll Nose Goblin, so it's pretty much useless right now. Try this. It's a 2 of spades. Down, down, ducka, ducka, down, to down, to down. I'm going to take Potato Peeler, and I'm going to be an idiot, because I want to be. So this allows us to get, like, a modest damage upgrade that, in hindsight, is completely irrelevant, because we already have 18 damage. But also a second level cube of meat, which is really just a first level cube of meat with the sprinkles on top. It also very much compromises our chances of getting a deal with the devil, which sucks, except, oh my god. The one time I give up this much HP, we get a deal with, or we get a boss fight that has 2 blood banks on it? That's just a slap in the face. There's like no other way to take that. It's the game insulting me. We might still take a deal with the devil. In fact, especially with Magic Mush, we probably will. Yeah, we definitely will. We should have played the blood bank a little bit, I guess, in there. But, dude, I mean, like, look at this. We got 29 damage on the 2nd floor. Pretty great. We could have also not taken Sack Dagger and instead gone, oh my lord. Oh my god. Instead gone, like, heavy Potato Peeler. Get a 3rd level Meat Boy. And I actually think that's not what I'm going to do. But I am going to take Guppy's head because it's amazing. We'll get rid of the pony. Because we'll be able to fly on the next floor if we get Guppy items anyway. So this is just like a dream come true. Anyway, moving on here. That's my Urinal story. It's the only one that I have. It's the only one I got. Not much of a story. Never makes you laugh a lot. Guppy items on the curse room, gonna be a smoky run. Smoky run. Look, the thing with, and I've never taken like an improv class or anything like this, so I might be talking out of my butt. But the thing with improv, I'm saying this definitively as an expert, is that you just gotta trust your instincts and really like have faith in yourself that whatever word bubbles up to the surface is actually going to be relevant to the bit at hand. And in this case, it was not. And I'll beat myself up over that later when I go back over this video and, punch it up. That's a Hollywood term for making your script better. Yeah, worth it. We don't really care about our shop. Like, okay, I think we should just pop 2 of spades, even though it's a suboptimal time to do it, because we have to consider the fact that we also have Verp, and if we get a good pill, we'd much rather have Verp available to us than have a few extra keys, because Verp is, like, exquisite. Could double an HP upgrade. Could give us, 4 Spirit Hearts instead of 2 from Balls of Steel, for example. And we are going to speed up a little bit through this run. The main reason why is very simple. We have 29 damage on the 3rd floor, so we actually can't really go slow. And, I mean, we're kind of putting ourselves in a bit of a scary spot here, HP-wise. But, I mean, piercing shots that do 30 damage each. Come on. Who's saying no to this right now? Nobody. You know it's a good run if we can kill Mega Fatty within, like, under 30 seconds. So the dangerous part of this run is hopefully right now. Hopefully, and we're quite fast as well. Hopefully we're able to, like this is like the last point on this run, I should say, that has our HP called into question. So we're gonna blow that up because if these pills are good. So it almost is, but let's check this first. I mean, obviously we don't want to verp that. I don't think I want to verp 48-hour energy right now. Like, I'm happy to generate a fly army, but we can get better than 6 to 9 flies out of a verp pill. I think. Like, I'm basically waiting for Balls of Steel, HP up, Tears up. Probably, like, Speed up is not even good enough. I don't even want to do that yet. Oh, especially because I just took damage right there, so. We could die. I really, really don't want to. I've already gotten Magic Mush, so. I mean, I'm not really worried about Mini Mush. So I'm not going to blow up those mushrooms. Hanged Man is fine to enter the curse room, but we still need a way out. Well, why don't you use the Chariot card? Well, how am I going to use the Chariot card if I had to hold Hanged Man to get into... Oh, actually, there is a way. In hindsight, that was a pretty stupid comment for me to make. There's completely a way. Give me a moment here. First, secret room? That's... Okay. Never do what I did there. Having a brain fart. Secret room. Much easier to find it there. Blow this up. Shop does not contain a Spirit Heart, which was really kind of what I was hanging my hat on. Life does go on. Halo of Flies, also lovely. We will check our double key room because we can. Yikes. Yeah, not too good. I think we're at 1.5 Spirit Hearts, but I could be wrong. So first, it's very simple. You pop Hanged Man, grab the Chariot, enter the room, and then after you can enter the Gungeon if you'd like. We're definitely not going to try to walk on that because it's potentially extremely deleterious. We pop the Chariot and escape. So we were able to do that for free, which is great because we got to see that room contained 4 Troll Bombs, which I think was a big boon for us in our nihilistic philosophy, believing that there's no benevolent ruler looking out for us, because if anybody out there had our best interests in mind, he probably wouldn't let that room contain absolutely nothing of value. In fact, beyond that, containing exclusively things that are overall deleterious to our chances for success. But what do I know? Now, pop this down here. Nothing. Still. You won't hear me complain too much about a run that has 37 damage ever, much less on like the 3rd floor, 4th floor. So even though we're still like really in tight here on this run, way ahead of schedule, 2 Curse of the Unknowns in a row kind of upsets me because it's like at this point the game is actually just actively trying to screw me up. Try this on for size. Amnesia. Luck down. Luck up. So we could get a second luck up. And actually, I would like to. I just don't know if I can afford to. Because I really, really want this Vert Pill to hook me up with HP. Your boy is not in a wonderful position in that department. Probably. But I don't know, because of dang old double Curse of the Unknown. As much as I'm trying. Virus would be lovely. So by taking that pill, we unfortunately did sort of screw ourselves out of being able to get the other luck upgrade right away, but again, we're kind of shooting for the moon here. It's very strange to feel like we have to focus on a run that has 37 damage, but I do believe it's the right call, unfortunately. So just stay steady. You know, we still got 4 bombs. If we can use those to blow up blue fires, we're probably set. We definitely need this key. By the way, I'm like all in for boss rush, like doing boss rush. Our rate of fire sucks. It's like triple the average start, or 1/3 of the average rate of fire. However, our damage is almost 10 times the average rate of fire, and unless we get Explosivo, our shots go right through most enemies. And if they don't go through the enemy because of Explosivo or Nose Goblin, they do a lot of damage over time. Like, we're getting paid at both ends here. So that's a real expression, for sure. Getting paid at both ends. It has to do with, oh, back in the old railway industry, you know, you'd work a day, you'd hop on the line, you get off at another station, you work there, but usually you only got paid at one end. But if you got paid on two ends, you know you were working for a good company. D6. Actually, also very tempting, but, you know, having flies that do 74.8 damage each is also really tempting because it's incredible. So I think we'll stick with that. But of course, there is always the chance that we could use the D6. Oh, let's go. That we could use the D6 to create items we like a little bit more. There is a mom's bottle of pills play in there. No question. Oh, dude. Starting to get something good here. Sure, we could take blank card, but we had it recently. I mean, last time. Grab this. Grab this. Still a ton of money. Well, not a ton. Still a little money to donate. A ton is probably not the right word. We picked up enough spirit hearts there to probably be in a good spot. And look at that. We got a second. What I assume is a second health up. Indeed it is. Alright, so holding out for Verp. Of course, it only paid out, like, well past the point when we were scared, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Gonna get that 3rd level cube of meat here, and a Guppy item. No Guppy. We got 2 HP. I'm not taking Cain Bean. I'll take Goat Head, though. We need this extra HP for future deals with the devil. Now, we're golden. We're in this, look at that, 7.5 HP. 7.5 HP. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song. It's the world's most stylish Windows theme. Dynamic backgrounds, 3D font scheme. Scrolling screensavers in the pack. Don't forget about the sound effects pack. Oh, we rhymed pack with pack. Ultra dynamic Windows theme. I'll take it, okay. Because first off, that's punishment for that bit going nowhere. But also, I mean, again, most enemies are going to die, like, pretty much as soon as a shot touches them. So, I think we're beyond set in that department. Ooh, don't mind if I do. We got golden bombs, so I'm not sweating the ratio of fires to bombs at this point. We're also easily gonna make boss rushing. This is one of the, like, objectively strongest runs I've had in a long time. We did have one recently that was amazing. I do remember that. But this is also up there. Especially, like, oh, we gotta take the negative. Especially when you remember we got that goat head potential. Of course we're gonna take Guppy's collar. So now we're Guppy as well. We also get Maw of the Void. And, oh, I mean, gotta take Holy Light here. But you are not wrong in suggesting that it also probably would have been sick. Apparently, oh, Maw just takes 80 years to charge. It also would have been sick to get Bloody Lust. We just don't have the HP to really make it pop right now. But that's two, like, very good choices. I gotta be honest, like, I've still got big plans for our damage here. And by plans, I mean, I've got a hope that we'll get more damage in the future. Even though we're one-shotting pretty much every enemy. You know, if we're fighting Delirium... Actually, you know what? That's what we should do on this run. Forget the negative. We got 40 damage. Like, force the Hush into Delirium play. We absolutely have the tools to make that happen right now. I can't even see. The run is so good, I have lost my vision. It's only happened to me once before. We're done already. Okay, holy water, it's trash. I mean, you know, there's not too many holy water apologists out there, I think, that are like, you're not giving that item a fair shake. It's just not very good. Is it offensively bad? Only when it shows up on angel rooms. And you're like, finally, I've gotten an angel room. What angelic pleasures await me? Oh, it's holy water. Like, that's where you get offended. Not really gonna open golden chests. We still need keys to make the Hush fight is as strong as it could conceivably be. Looks like there's a spirit heart back there. Keep in mind, like, Maw of the Void can create demon hearts. Just most enemies tend to die from the first shot, as opposed to just, you know, giving us any chance at all to pick up something from their body. Like, again, I don't really care about the curse room either. The best we could do, conceivably, is, getting, like, the mark or something like that, but I don't think it's worth the guaranteed loss of one spirit heart to just have a chance to get what is going to be a pretty meager damage upgrade at this point. 4th level cube of meat. Not a common pickup. We definitely do not care about Super Guppy. Boy, you got the items, making transformations. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom, ba-doom, boom, baby's got that super guppy. Boom, ba-doom, boom. It's not really gonna work. And was that a reference to Nicki Minaj's 2011 Jam Super Bass? Yes, it is. Although I think it's 2010. Kind of embarrassed, actually, that you didn't know that. So we're done with this floor. Now, we gotta remember, we have not done Hush. We've not done Delirium. If we do Hush, we will absolutely have the chance to do Delirium. So, I mean, it's written in the cards for us. Definitely not worth it. So we're gonna go in here, do this. And then, actually, we've got a great play on the Delirium floor because we have the Emperor card, which basically is just a glorified teleporter there, but still, it's better than nothing. Maybe we can get a Perthrow, because those items are garbage. I'll try it. Wow, we made it work. So grab Dice Shard. Reroll these boys. Take Adrenaline. The other question, I guess, is do we care about Fate? Because we're already flying. We have no reason... We don't get any value out of a red heart, I guess. So let's just not do that. Instead, we'll donate as much as we can. This could be a good opportunity for us to really make some headway on our donation machine. I'm gonna stretch. It's not a post-Isaac stretch, it's an intra-Isaac stretch. But the difficult part of the run is conceivably more or less over. We don't care about the chariot. We will care about mystery gifts, but it sucked. And we will also, because we're not doing anything else with our money, might as well take the Bible and... really, the game plan is not to use that to fly, but rather to use that never, because we have Guppy's head. Whoops. I was like, I can't believe we've gone through this whole run without a spacebar item. That doesn't seem right. And I was like, wait a minute. We just bought the gift. Did we have something else before the gift? Perhaps that was giving us infinity flies? The answer, of course, being yes. However, the Bible is like, maybe it'll create Bookworm. Not a huge get, but again, what are we gonna do? You can't take it with you. You die with 18 cents, it's not like it rolls over. I don't know, maybe it's a good thing that Meat Boy has chosen to maintain a non-aggression pact with the Hush here. Not sure how it relates to the super armor of the game. We're gonna be done with this fight in like no time flat. I don't think we necessarily have a very pro Delirium build. I don't necessarily think we have like a bad build for fighting Delirium. The one sore spot as it stands is I would still love to pick up like some more rate of fire. Because our rate of fire at the present moment is adequate considering our damage is 41, but it's more than adequate. However, if we can like triple our rate of fire, which I know seems like a pipe dream, if we could triple our rate of fire, we'd be in heaven. So we unlock the D12. Not my favorite. No spirit hearts. Alright, we're out. Just make sure you're going Delirium path. Again, we don't need the money. We might get money equals power. It's fairly unlikely. Curse of the Unknown is horrible here. Just god-awful. But the Hierophant isn't. We've gone into the starting room for the lamb fight. So the only way I will use the Emperor card is if I get into the Delirium fight and it seems like we're gonna lose. I think right now, like, if we get into the Delirium fight too early, we'll just fight it because, I mean, our run is very strong. But if we get in there and we're getting our butt kicked, I'll teleport out using the Emperor. Until that moment comes, though, you don't really need to worry. Which means, actually, that if I could find it, I would love to replace the Emperor with a card that's maybe a little bit more valuable right now. Like, I don't know, the Strength card, would it actually give us double damage or damage multiplier? Considering we already have Magic Mush? Maybe yes, maybe no. Cage. Well, didn't even get a chance to attack. There's Bookworm. What? I thought didn't we pick up Book of Sin? Book of Sin, the Bible, How to Jump. I must be mistaken. Other people, you know, I watch more streams than I used to. Other people, you know, something bad happens to them in the game, they go, oh, must be a bug. To thine own self be true, right? Whenever something bad happens to me in a game, I go, what did I do? I must in somehow be responsible for this. Also, I must somehow, some way keep coming up with funky ass like every single day. May I kick a little something for the G's and take a few steps as I breeze through 3 in the morning and the party's still jumping because my mama ain't home. I got people in my living room getting it on and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. So what you gonna do? See, I got a pocket full of rubbers, and my homeboys do too. So turn off the lights and close the door. But for what? We don't love them, though. So we're going to weigh an ounce to this. G's up, doze down, as my mom and friends bounce to this. Look, that just ate up like a full minute of dead air. Greed's Gullet showed up, and I'm not tempted. Because I think that it's actually bad for us right now. However, I'm going to pick it up after we kill Delirium, assuming we can. I think we can leave after we fight Delirium, right? Because I want to knock it off the to-do list. It's not necessarily an item that shows up very frequently. So, especially, I think it's in the secret room pool. So, it might also be in the item room pool, but just one of those things where, you know, having gone through this before, if you see a rare item, even if it doesn't help you, even if it actively hurts you, sometimes it can be for the best to pick it up. So we're like, this is among the fastest runs I've ever had against Delirium. What's going on? He's dead. He's dead! Let me out. So usually I think for killing Delirium, do you get items or you just get trinkets? I can't remember. Dude, how far did we run after getting Greed's Gullet? I thought it was like 5 rooms. I guess we didn't have permanent Polaroid invincibility, so there was not much to worry about. But I always feel like with Curse of the Unknown, you want to be just a little bit more concerned about the way your HP looks versus the norm. Anyway, we're out. That was a fun one. We have unlocked Silver Dollar. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.